Yo, what is good everybody? A-Rob Booker 27 here, and today we have a very special video. If you guys have been paying attention to the NBA, Brian Windhurst, one of the NBA reporters, reported that the Suns and the OKC Thunder were in trade talks for Chris Paul. And I thought, since I'm a huge Suns fan, I thought it'd be cool to say my perspective and thoughts about the trade and show what would the team look like on NBA Live Mobile. So basically, as you can see, the team right now, you can see we got Ricky Rubio at point guard. Obviously, we got Devin Booker. We got Mikal Bridges. For some reason, I couldn't find Cam Johnson at all. I think he's like a 67 overall silver, and I couldn't find him. So I had to put Dario Saric as a starting power forward, but I think that's fine. And then we got Aiden. I couldn't find any backup point guards or shooting guards. I couldn't find Elia Kobo at all. But you got Oubre, Frank Kaminsky, and Aaron Baines. And this team went 8-0 in the bubble. And obviously there's been rumors, people are saying Devin Booker wants out, which I completely don't agree whatsoever. I think that's completely false. But I do think time is ticking for the Suns to keep Booker. And I think their mindset coming into this season should be win now. And I think the Chris Paul trade would be perfect for the Suns because you get he's kind of like Ricky Rubio, but he's going to set the team to a whole nother level. Chris Paul is way better than Ricky Rubio in terms of shooting, maybe even defense and playmaking. So that will definitely help Booker and Aiden become even better players than they were. So as I scroll over to this team, you can see Chris Paul's now the point guard. This is what it looked like after the Chris Paul trade. You can see there's no more Oubre off the bench or Rubio on this team, because the thing that the people are looking at as the best trade to get Chris Paul is going to be Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, and possibly the 10th overall pick. Depends on if Sam Presti, the GM of the Thunder, wants to keep piling up picks, and that might happen. There's also saying that the Suns swap picks, their 10th overall pick for the Thunder's 25th overall pick. And that might work, but I don't know if I want to give up the 10th pick because there's some very solid 3-and-D players the Suns might get. They could also get a backup point guard. So I don't know if that's worth it. That's the main reason why I think this trade could possibly fall through, but I'm just really hoping this trade goes through. I know that Oubre is going to be gone. He was the heart and soul of the team. But if you looked at the 8-0 bubble, we went 8-0 without Kelly Oubre. We had Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, and we were perfectly fine without Kelly Oubre. But it's hard to see someone go that kind of created that culture on that team and helped us win so many games. It's just tough to see Oubre go. So I think that's the main reason that this trade might not work. Either the 10th pick or giving up Kelly Oubre might be too much. But honestly, I think this is a great win for both sides because Thunder, I think it's time for them to rebuild because they're not going to win with just Chris Paul, Steven Adams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think it's time for them to hit the reset button and start saving up draft picks and then going from there to get a young team. If this trade were to go through, I would see the Suns as a potential playoff threat. I don't see them winning it all, obviously, but I think they'll be a really solid team in the West to compete, maybe even a 5th seed through 8th seed. I mean, anytime you're making the playoffs as a Suns team, I'll take that as a dub because we haven't made the playoffs for 10 years. And Booker hasn't even made the playoffs. We were one game away last year. We were a Karis LeVert buzzer beater away from getting to the playoffs. Unfortunately, he didn't drive to the basket and he just shot a contested mid-range, but it's whatever. We weren't in control of our fate, so it is what it is. But I hope this trade goes through. It's really interesting. Chris Paul's a great player, great mentor for Booker and for Aiden. Chris Paul's also a very clutch player. I think he was rated as the most clutch player in crunch time last year. He was killer with that mid-range, unstoppable in that time. But only time will tell. Draft's coming up next week, so we might see a draft night trade, including Chris Paul to the Suns. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this Chris Paul trade. Do you think Chris Paul is going to be good on the Suns, or do you think he's going to be better on a different team, including, I know some of the teams in the mix were the Bucks, the Lakers, the Knicks. But that's all I really got to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See ya.